Today I'm going to be teaching you guys a lesson on 9/11. On September 11th, 2001, 19 members of a terrorist group took over 4 airplanes in the United States. These are the Twin Towers. 2 of the planes hijacked or taken over were flown into the World Trade Center located in New York City. The World Trade Center has 2 towers, and the first plane hit the left tower. Then, after that, the second plane hit the second tower. The third hijacked plane proceeded to crash into the Pentagon, a building located in Virginia that is the headquarters of the U.S. Department of Defense. The fourth hijacked plane was headed for Washington, D.C., and the passengers on board of the plane had learned of the previous attacks that happened to the World Trade Center. The passengers realized their plane was going to be used as a weapon, so they fought the hijackers and took over the plane. They soon crashed into a field in Pennsylvania, and instead of what the hijackers were originally had the plane going, which was likely a government building located in Washington, D.C. After the first 2 planes hit the World Trade Center in New York City, America as a whole went into chaos. Thousands of people were in the towers when the crashes happened, and smoke, fire, and falling debris from the crashes were life-threatening to the people inside the towers, so thousands of people rushed to escape the buildings all at the same time. Hundreds of police officers and firefighters rushed to help survivors get out of the buildings. The towers had 110 stories and were the tallest buildings in the world. The Twin Towers were going to fall due to the amount of damage from the planes, so first responders rushed to get as many out as possible before the towers collapsed. After about an hour of crashing, the South Tower collapsed and the North Tower followed soon after. Nearly 3,000 people, coming from the towers, the Pentagon, and the 4 airplanes, were killed on that day. The attacks cost around $10 billion and cleanup costed another $750 million. Memorials now stand to pay tribute to those lost on 9/11, which was September 11, 2001. The 9/11 Memorial and Museum in New York City contains pools where the names of the 9/11 victims from each tower are inscribed on bronze panels. Thousands of people lost loved ones that day, but this tragic event helped to bring America together. Okay. Is there any questions about 9/11 or what happened that day? Yes?
How many people survived the Twin Towers?
A lot. Thousands of people got out of the towers that day. Because it was the largest building in America at the time. And thousands of people were working that day and having a normal day, and then it crashed. Before the crash though, thousands of people were in it, and first responders rushed to get them out. Yes.
Why did they do that?
Because it was just like a terrorist organization. They were part of Afghanistan, and they just didn't like America, so they crashed into the towers as an act of rebellion, basically.
Why did they do it on 9/11? Because of 9/11. I feel like they did it on purpose.
I think that was honestly a coincidence, but it does make a lot of sense. I don't really know exactly why they did it on that day, but that makes sense though. I see what you're saying. Any questions? Okay. Now, I'm going to pass out a worksheet based on the presentation I just gave you. And you're going to work on it, and when you're done, just sit quietly, and I'll ask if everybody's done with it, and we're going to go over it. Is everyone done?
Yes.
We're gonna go over it, but whenever I ask a question, you need to raise your hand. No yelling answers out, okay? Okay. Number 1, how many airplanes were hijacked on 9/11? Wrong. It's okay, it's okay.
4.
That's right. The answer is C, 4. It's okay. 2 for the World Trade Center, but 4 in total. Number 2. On what day and year did this tragedy take place?
September 11, 2001.
That's right. The answer is B. September 11th, 2001. Number 3. Where did the attacks on the World Trade Center or the Twin Towers occur?
In New York.
The answer is yes. It's A. New York. Where did the third hijacked plane crash into?
The Pentagon.
Yes. The answer is B. The Pentagon. Okay. And number 5. About how many people were killed as a result of these attacks?
3,000.
The answer is C. About 3,000 people. Okay. Now that we're with the worksheet, at the bottom of the page, you see this little link? Okay. I need you to get out your Chromebooks and you're going to type in the link, okay? Once you get done with that, once you type the link in, it's going to show up a list of victims of 9/11 and choose one of the victims of your choice and you're going to choose their name and I'm going to put it right here. I have Sharpies and one at a time, I'm going to choose one table at a time, but you're going to come and you're going to write your victim's name on this board, okay? Do not write it too big or too small. Make it a normal size, so that everybody can fit their victim's name in, okay? Just go get a Sharpie, write your name down. And you can bring your laptops if you need to make, if you don't know how to spell it, you can bring your laptop to. Does anybody want to raise their hand and tell me something that they learned today?
I learned that about 3,000 people died.
What did you learn?
Things about 9/11.
Yep. What did you learn?
I learned that it was more than 2 people that were carjacked.
Anything else? Okay.